Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, Legit Boston, and you are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found.
Anywhere.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button and that little notification next to it. Make sure you always get your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We have a variety of reward tiers over there. If you guys enjoyed,
What is going on with you?
Oh man, we were cracking up before cameras were rolling, man, and I still got the giggles from that. I still got the giggles from that. Hangman Alan Page is here with me.
All right, carry on.
So that was cool. We were just putting everything together. We were about to go live, and then I saw Pro Wrestling Sheet had mentioned that AEW sent out a press release confirming that their broadcast booth is going to be Shivani, JR, and Excalibur.
That's massive.
Dude, I'm sorry. That might be the greatest broadcasting team ever. That's going to be great.
else, man.
Because what did I say? I said, now JR doesn't have to know the names of the wrestlers.
Of any of the wrestlers.
So you just make some stuff up.
Yeah.
Shivani and Excalibur will be on point.
If JR focuses on the emotional aspects of the match, the story being told, and just commentates on that, he'll be fine.
Oh, man, that Alan Page has really suffered a beating at the hands of Y2J.
Excalibur knows the names of all the moves.
Yeah.
Shivani is a great play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
It's great. It's going to be great. I'm going to love it. And then JR is just off in his own world. All right.
By God.
Let's see here. I don't remember if I noticed any new patrons from over the weekend. It's coming down to the end of the month, so people don't really have money at the end of the month. Once the new month starts, then theoretically they get paid.
Yeah.
However, given that it is coming down at the end of the month, if you get the $20 Patreon amount in, then of course you get the Friendo Care package, and I just sent a ton of those out from like the last 2 months. So I'm all up to date, so
cool.
I should be able to send out more.
Great work.
All the comic books, I was going to show off the comic book. All the comic books I have right here, all these great WWE ones.
That Draft House Games sent us.
Draft House Games sent us. Man, if you guys are watching on Friday, they literally sent every copy of every Boom Studios WWE comic.
And a ring bell. Us over there. We won't ring it again.
Yeah.
Steve thought he blew out some eardrums last time that happened.
Yeah, it was surprisingly not as bad as I thought it was.
And also, I don't want to disturb our neighbors downstairs.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I love hearing, because I usually leave the door open here, and I hear when you come in. And if you run into one of our neighbors,
giving me static about.
I do it too.
Being pleasant and polite to people.
It's hilarious because I hear you say, I hear something. Hey, good morning. Hey, how are you doing?
It's common courtesy, man.
I know. It's just when you come in here, I'm like, hey, buddy, how's it going? I wish you would do that to somebody down there. Hey, good morning.
The difference is I don't know them. So I'll be polite. I'll be courteous. I mean, I'll say good morning, how are you? And that's genuine.
Yeah.
I don't care how you're doing. And also, I don't ask because I know you'll tell me anyways.
Yeah. Oh, man, I just think it's great.
That's not true. You doing? I care how you're doing.
Good morning. Hey, how you doing?
I
so want to yell, good morning, with my big Arnold voice.
Who are you?
Anyways.
We got a bit of a news to address before we get to other wrestling news.
Yeah.
A huge seismic.
Hold on a second. Jamie here says, has anybody told him there's no sound?
There's no sound?
No. Everybody else, I think nobody else has said that. I think that's just Jamie. We do this live every single morning. I want to double check here. Make sure there's levels. Sound. Let's see here. Oh, there's there's totally sound.
There's totally sound.
That's on you, Jamie.
Sorry, Jamie. That's on you. Seismic shift in the wrestling world. There's a new H champion.
Yes!
Over the weekend, Simon Miller defeated Adam Mayhem, who, true to his word, did everything he could to not lose that belt.
Yeah.
However, in the end, we have a new H champion representing our show, and is now Simon Miller.
I'm so confused. This is why I wore my Adam Mayhem shirt today.
Yes.
Because
Go ahead. Anyways,
so these are the early reports, and apparently, according to Simon Miller, later on today, the match will become available. Mm-hmm. I think I didn't actually look at the link he sent out, but I think maybe it's to his YouTube channel.
It is, yes.
If you haven't subbed to Simon Miller yet,
Do so.
Sub to Simon Miller's YouTube account. I think I have not done that on our channel yet, but I should
All right,
definitely
we should
do that.
Once we know the match is up, a link is available. We will of course retweet it. We'll do some more stuff, hopefully with the match later on this week.
Yes.
First of all, congratulations to Simon Miller.
Oh, man,
we've had the
yeah.
pleasure of meeting Simon.
Oh, so the Going in Raw account is totally subscribed.
Okay,
good.
Simon is a great dude.
Yeah.
Worthy Going in Raw champ.
Oh, just
for sure.
I can't think of anybody more worthy. Like, legit, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. We talked for like maybe 5 minutes at StarCast like last year, and oh boy, like it was within moments. It's like, this is like the nicest dude I ever met.
He's super cool.
Yeah, super cool, real smart guy. Just built like a truck.
Yeah.
Looks jacked. Looks great.
Yeah.
So I'll have to watch the match myself. But early reports are there was a gun produced.
Yeah. I've seen it.
You've seen bits. You got.
I watched the entire thing.
You got the bootleg copy then. The videotape. I heard that a videotape was smuggled out
I'm not going to tell you how I watched it
because it was in
seen
Seoul, Korea.
I will tell you it was very grainy.
Okay. Wow. Was the gun produced? Can you confirm that?
Well, I mean, you just said there was.
Well, that's what I heard. That was the rumor.
I'm not going to dispute any reports that have been issued so
Wow.
far.
So maybe like non-confirmation confirmation.
Maybe I'm not going to dispute.
Wow.
I'm not going to dispute any report.
Wow.
I guess I did say that Adam Mayhem did everything he thought he needed to
Yeah.
and could to try to
Except-
retain that title, win the match.
Except go to the gym. And then reports also were, can you confirm this? A blue light and glow surrounded Adam Mayhem, and then he quantum leaped out. Did he disappear?
I cannot confirm that.
Okay, not unsure about that.
I cannot confirm that. However, things didn't exactly go how I wanted it towards the end of Adam Mayhem's title reign. He kind of stopped defending it. Cost me a lot of money. That being said, I don't know if we could ask for a better first H champion.
We could have.
He did a lot.
You roll with what you're given.
He did a lot to get that belt out there. He defended it all over the world.
Yeah.
And hats off. Like I said, it didn't exactly go how I exactly wanted to towards the end. But hats off to Adam Mayhem for being a hell of a first champion, hell of a first H champion. Can't thank him enough.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I totally will agree with that. Yeah. I like to maintain kayfabe sometimes. I'm a traditionalist.
I did there too for a bit. I was
I'm
like,
a
things didn't
traditionalist.
go how I wanted to towards the end.
Yeah, honestly, like it wouldn't have happened without him. However, I am anxious to get a Simon Miller. And here's one of the problems, though. I'm almost positive that contract we all signed. I didn't realize that I signed it, but I went back and looked at it afterwards, like a couple days ago. There's a rematch clause in there.
Yeah, I know. Who knows what'll happen?
Yeah, I hope. Hopefully not. I don't know. His tweets seem to be pretty definitive that he's out of the scene. He was calling out. I think his name is Shiho. I think he's maybe the Pro Wrestling Society. That's the federation he's in now.
Yeah.
I think he might be their top guy.
Yeah.
So he might have his sights set
But Adam
higher.
Mayhem also did tweet at Simon Miller, said, round 2.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So man, all sorts of stuff going on. Simon Miller, man, can't wait to see what he does with the H championship. This should be a lot of fun. I got to get him a Simon Miller sticker out there.
Yes,
so
we
can
do.
Put that on the title.
Some holographic Simon Miller stickers.
Yeah, for
So we can
sure.
Put that on the title for sure.
Absolutely.
Before we get to other news, let's do some of these super chats real quick. Haven Elric, Steve, did you see the episode 9 trailer yet? Larson, have you seen the episode 7 trailer yet?
That's actually pretty funny.
That's pretty funny.
So as of this morning, I had maybe decided to not watch the episode 9 trailer.
How do you know it was out?
All I saw was check out the new footage, which apparently is a trailer. I might not watch it until the movie. When does the movie come out? Christmas?
Yeah.
Is that usually okay?
As soon as we're done, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna, I'll probably do it too. I did watch the Mandalorian trailer.
Yeah, it looked great.
I'm not sure if anything's gonna beat that.
That
I'll be
looked
honest.
amazing.
That has the ingredients and the pedigree to maybe be the best Star Wars thing ever.
Like I was watching the trailers, like, where's Werner Herzog? Where's Werner Herzog? And then sure enough, at the end,
Open your ears, man.
yeah, he's there.
Can't
wait.
What does it mean to be Jedi?
Can't wait, man.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so good.
Can't wait. Joe Juarez, I fully accept Simon as my H champion.
Yeah. You have no choice, Joe.
Yeah.
Zacharhin. You guys are great. Have some money. Happy Rusev Day.
Thank you.
Epico Mondo. Enjoying my vacation in the Caribbeans. Next week, Roma.
Oh, wow.
Roma.
That sounds like a blast.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Enjoy your vacation. Hopefully you're having a good time out there.
Yeah.
And then Gio and Halili, friendos, I've been friend-zoned. Take her advice. You take the L, Guillaume, and hopefully experience a lovely friendship. But leave it alone. She don't want none of you. Move on to other pastures. There's plenty of fish in the river Stygian flowing your way, and you'll get your knobs lobbed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's pretty graphic, Undertaker.
I guess it can be.
Anyways, bad news, Larson.
What?
Time to pack it in, baby. Podcasts are dead. Here we go. We're out of here. Yep, sorry. Bye, everybody. No, man, no. That was a gag. You take it too real. Be sure to pleasantly say hi to somebody while you're down there. Good morning. Anyways, so yeah, at least that's how a lot of wrestling Twitter is interpreting the comments from Pro Wrestling Podcast Guru, Starcast founder, and I'd like to say friend of the show, Conrad Thompson.
We got a chance to meet him in Vegas.
Lovely fella.
Man.
Seemed very tired.
Very tired, but he took the time. I'm sure he's a busy man to chat us up a little bit.
Honestly,
and it was great.
Just thinking about running Starcast and all that he does,
man.
and like a freaking first-class mortgage company.
Exhausting.
That's exhausting.
Exhausting.
I barely do anything here, and I'm exhausted.
Same.
Anyways, he was on the Total Engagement podcast, and he was asked about the WWE's new podcast network. I think we talked about this on non-news.
Yeah.
But it might have deserved a spot here on the show, like the proper show. I don't know.
It was middle of the week, so.
Long story short, WWE and something called Endeavor, who I think actually they run the back end of the WWE network.
Yeah.
They have got a deal together for WWE to start producing podcasts. So I'm assuming this means we can look forward to like Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows doing the Talkin' Shop podcast again.
Yeah.
You know, it's just another avenue for, maybe wrestlers in the WWE to make some money and take advantage of the whole podcast boom right now.
Well, I think primarily it's WWE's way of getting in on the pro wrestling podcast genre.
Yeah.
And maybe pushing other people out if they have their way.
Yeah, before we get into the Conrad's comments, what would you be most interested in hearing if any of the current superstars were given a podcast? I mean, mine would be like if they go into Samoa Joe and AJ Styles.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be really cool. I could see because they've got a wealth of experience in the game.
Even just Samoa Joe. I want to hear Samoa Joe do a movie podcast.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, any of that stuff would be great. I think like trying to get them to do podcasts that talk about like wrestling might be a bit tricky because WWE's very like.
Oh yeah, you don't want to do anything that's like strict with kayfabe.
Yeah, and they're not going to be critical of WWE.
No,
like we know
what
that.
fun is that?
Yeah. But it could be fun. There could be some fun shows out there. It's just I don't foresee it being as informative, perhaps, as, for example, one of Conrad's podcasts, maybe his most popular one, Something to Wrestle With, Bruce Pritchard.
Yes.
Because that's just a wealth of fun information and stories. Anyways, this transcript is from Fightful, and they did a little bit of commentary, too. He says, Conrad said this, the golden era of, hey, you're going to print money doing a wrestling podcast, that's not reality. The ones who have survived are the ones who are doing it either for the love of the game or are doing really, really big numbers, and there's really nowhere in between. Fightful, Conrad also stated that he fully expects WWE to start doing live podcasting during WrestleMania Access, and in the spirit of competition, Conrad is looking forward to giving WWE's podcast numbers a run for their money. That's from Fightful. And then there's this quote from Conrad. I'm excited that WWE is getting in the podcast realm, and it's going to be an interesting time in the podcast game. And most of all, I'm looking forward to beating all of their shows. So that'll be good. That'll be good. Sometimes I get my Conrad and my JR all mixed up.
Yeah.
So what do you make of these comments here, Larson?
I'll add this real quick too, Conrad.
Please do.
Added this on Twitter. Saying, quote, I was referencing a major player paying big money exiting the market, another major shakeup at a major company, etc. Overall revenues for wrestling ads have shrunk and dozens of shows died. I plainly said those that remain are in it for the love of the game and or do big numbers.
It's kind of interesting.
This is in response to someone saying the Golden Era podcasts are over.
So Married Marks podcast, which we're big fans of, they're in the chat right now.
Oh.
And they said, Conrad isn't wrong. Most of us are in it for the love of it. I wouldn't do this. It's funny when we've told this story a bunch of times, but maybe some people haven't heard it. When we got out of the video game commentary business, or when we were forced out, rather, when we got laid off, we had a decision to make. What are we going to do now?
Yeah.
And it was like, well, it's obvious that our passion isn't with gaming.
No.
But we had fortunately set up that thing with Dan.
Yes.
Going in Raw. And it sort of dawned, I think, on both of us at the same time, what if we just do a wrestling channel?
Uh-huh.
And that's because we really love this.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that we thoroughly enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And we're like, if we're going to put all of our efforts into something, it might as well be something we really enjoy.
Exactly. If we're gonna try to do this YouTube thing on our own, might as well just do something we thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah.
Because we were doing the gaming stuff because we thought that's what we were known for. That's what people would gravitate towards, and it wasn't really doing much for us.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So if we're gonna sink or swim based on our efforts on our channel, let's just do something at least that we are really passionate about.
Yeah.
And it's managed to work out.
If you take a look though at a lot of the, of course, reactionary comments that are responding to this, a lot of them are very negative. Oh, it was Conrad. There's a lot of weird resentment. I think just that happens. Like, there's this resentment with success. Because Conrad, say what you will about him, the dude has been very, very successful in the podcast game.
Yep.
And people are going to get resentful over that. Maybe. I mean, people. If he's passed some people by, there's a lot of negativity out there. And I don't know. I think he's speaking from the point of view of somebody who. He knows the podcast business. If nothing else, he knows the business. Yep. So he's speaking on that knowledge. I mean, you and I are lucky enough that we were in a unique situation where, contrary to what the thumbnail says, by the way, we're not being canceled.
No, we're not being canceled.
We were in a unique situation where we have multiple streams of revenue. We've got the YouTube thing, which we had set up, and we had a built-in audience. Like, we had an audience ready to go. Because of our machinima stuff, because of Dan, a lot of stuff came together with that. We sort of figured out the algorithm a little soon in the game. We got in pretty early on the YouTube side of things.
We did.
And we're able to translate that now to, awesome opportunities with Hims, our sponsor of today's show, which we'll get into in a second. And of course, a bunch of others that you guys are aware of. So we're in a unique position where we can say, we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But any observer of the podcast business, the wrestling podcast business, can tell, there's two prominent examples, Ric Flair, Bret Hart. They both had podcasts for a while. They're nowhere to be found in the podcast game now. That might well be because at a time there was big money being pushed. And then even like JR, Jericho, they started with different podcast companies.
Yeah.
And I think, God, I honestly forget. I think it was maybe JR was pretty open about, there just wasn't money where I was.
With podcast, was there with Podcast One or
at one point
Westwood?
He was with Podcast One. At one point he was with Westwood. I forget where he is
which one
now.
it is too. But I remember them saying that it was a situation where the ad revenue just wasn't there.
Yeah. So from what Conrad is saying, I think that's true. Like, there were a bunch that had been started. Like, we started fairly early, and we by no means were the first. Like, Solomonster's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
And there's been others. But I don't know, if you really love it and you're savvy enough, like, it's possible to make. But like any other creative endeavor that can also be a business, man, there's going to be a lot of people who try and just don't succeed, and it's through no fault of their own talent, or it's no fault of their own, or due to lack of talent
or effort. Yeah.
Sometimes you need luck. You need to be in the right place at the right time, and you and I could both point to several instances where that really worked out for us.
I can name one instance in particular, or one video in particular that really turned.
Yeah, we always turn to that one. Yeah,
the one about Paige getting arrested.
But like when we started with Dan. With Dan, like, that brought in a bunch of people from the UK and beyond. But yeah, a lot of people started, and maybe a lot of people thought, hey, we can make a living off this, or we can do this for real. And by all means, try.
Absolutely.
But it's not going to work out for everybody.
Yep.
And he was speaking on the business side of things, it seems.
Yeah, totally.
But people should maybe listen to somebody like Conrad, who's got a lot of time in the industry,
You got that right, bud.
So, anyways.
Oh,
wow. Okay, breaking right now. Alex C. just mentioned the H title match is live.
All right.
Right now.
Right now.
At Simon Miller's YouTube page. So, That's awesome.
That is awesome. Anyway, Steve, speaking of business, we got some business to take care
Oh,
of.
yeah, look at that. Before we continue, here's a word from our sponsor, forhims.com. Summer is here, Larson. While I may be wearing a baseball cap out for, say, a day by the river.
I know you're fond of that.
Yeah, I do like the hat. I was going to wear one today to the show, but I didn't. If you're wearing one to hide your thinning hair, guess what?
What?
You may not have to anymore.
If you're amongst the 66% of men who start losing their hair by the age of 35, we're here to tell you, don't sweat hair loss this summer. Do something about your hair loss now while you still can.
And why choose odd solutions, or worse yet, do nothing at all when you can turn to medicine and science? Forhims.com is a guy's one-stop shop for skincare, sexual wellness, and yes, hair loss. Hims connects you with real doctors and medical-grade solutions to treat your hair loss. We're talking prescription solutions backed by science.
Science. Just answer a few quick questions. The doctor will review your order, and if they determine it's right for you, they can prescribe you medication to treat your hair loss. And best of all, it's shipped directly to your door. That means no awkward doctor visits and no time wasted standing in line at the pharmacy.
Going In Raw listeners can get a trial month of Hims for just $5 today right now while supplies last. See website for full details and safety information. This would cost hundreds if you went to the doctor or pharmacy.
Go to forhims.com/GIR. That's forhims.com/GIR. forhims.com/GIR.
Yeah. Now that we're done talking about podcasts that are dead, let's talk about pay-per-views this Saturday. They might be dying as well. Larson,
Or at
All
least
Out canceled.
Seemingly, well, not canceled.
Cursed.
Seemingly maybe a bit cursed because, of course, we got word Friday. Well, I was out looking after the kids. My wife went out of town. That John Moxley had to pull out of his match against Kenny Omega.
So, yeah, apologies to our audio listeners. I did a very quick news brief, and I don't think I uploaded the audio to that. So just to recap, you guys have probably heard by now, John Moxley has a staph infection in his elbow.
Same elbow, I believe, that he had the infection in before.
Right. He had to pull out of All Out. He was replaced with, I'll be honest with you, a match I prefer to see, Pac versus Kenny Omega.
You got to think that Pac was going to do some sort of angle after the Moxley Omega match then.
Yeah, 100 million%. And then Mox said he's going to get the Bursa sack.
Yeah, Bursa sack.
It's in the elbow.
Yeah.
He's going to get that removed, should take care of it, and he'll be ready to go for
TV,
AEW on TNT.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
But then,
Also on Friday night, AEW another injury scare. When reports started to circulate, the AAA Tag Team Champ and one half of the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fenix, may have suffered a serious leg injury at the Big Time Wrestling Show in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. You ever been to Pawtucket?
Yeah, I lived there for 2.5 years.
Absolute lie.
Oh, it's lovely there. Lie. What are you
Well, it might be, but you've never been there. Lucha Brothers, Fenix and Pentagon were in a tag match against Teddy Hart and Juventud Guerrera, and there was a sequence where Rey Fenix super kicked Teddy Hart, turned or something to pick up Juventud, but instead of picking up Juvie, instead he fell to the mat and started clutching his leg. Fenix was then taken to the back. Match wrapped up super quick like. And then, of course, on Twitter, everybody's like, oh, my gosh, what happened to Fenix? Did he break his leg? This looks bad. Like, the reports from the show were pretty minimal. No one really seemed to know what was going on. And the worry was the planned ladder match between the Lucha Bros and Young Bucks at All Out may have to be canceled.
Ooh.
However, Taya tweeted out later that night, quote, just spoke to Fenix and he is going to be okay. Thank God. No break, thank God. Mm-hmm. And then Big Time Wrestling's promoter later issued a statement saying, quote, we are happy to announce that Rey Fenix will be wrestling as scheduled tonight. That was Saturday in Enfield, Connecticut. He never had a broken leg or anything close to it. So we've gone from, oh gosh, he broke his leg to he's wrestling later on Saturday.
So I didn't notice anything on Twitter about that match. Did you?
No.
No? All right. Well, I'm assuming because we didn't hear about him breaking anything else, he's good to go.
Yeah.
Man, the sooner TV can come, because it feels like once TV's here, their dates are going to be a bit more limited.
Well, yeah, I mean, like in the States, they can only wrestle for All Elite.
Yeah.
The Lucha Brothers.
Yeah. So that needs to happen soon because this pay-per-view is a big deal. It's coming up very soon.
Yeah.
And they just need to put a kibosh on the rest of them wrestling for until then, I think. And then there's like a month before TV.
Well, I mean, they're in one respect, they're allowing these guys who signed to do these shows. I'm sure this show is probably booked months in advance.
Yeah.
To fulfill their obligations before TV starts.
Oof, it's just
but that's the gamble you take.
It's high anxiety, man.
Oh, it
it's
totally
high,
is.
because of the way these guys wrestle, especially Fenix.
Yeah.
Man, we've seen plenty of matches with him, and he goes every single time.
The word is abandon.
Yes.
He wrestles with seemingly
and you might
reckless
add
abandon.
reckless before that. Man, do suicide dives onto the Widow? Woo!
Yeah, I know.
Man. So hopefully, I'm hoping that big time wrestling match was like all mat based. It's just,
Maybe Pentagon carried the load for the following night.
I hope so. Even that guy is kind of crazy too.
Oh, he's dialed it back a lot.
Wow. So right now,
Looks like just a little bit of the match is up on right now on Simon Miller's YouTube channel.
oh, let's say we got about almost 4 minutes, right there. Oh, looks like it's the finish. Oh yeah, is that the finish right there?
Yeah.
It is. What was Mayhem's reaction afterwards?
Well, there's a scroll here I'm trying to read.
Yeah.
See
the whole match tomorrow. Okay, this is breaking news from Simon Miller's YouTube
at
account.
6 p.m.
British Standard Time. So that'll be minus
10
hours, 10 a.m. our
here.
time.
10 a.m. here.
Yeah.
There's
So
Mayhem Manager.
Oh, and then his Mayhem Manager is in there, like trying to get that title back, but the ref is like, no. Wow. Epico says $10, last donation of the day. I'm gonna go get hammered. Go enjoy your alcohol.
Have a good
Epico.
time, Epico.
Go enjoy that alcohol. Man, oh man.
So it's good to hear that Fenix is apparently fine.
Yeah.
That would have been a huge bummer if he'd gotten hurt.
So let's
He's
just
awesome.
Let's just all do whatever we do to uncurse AEW's All Out, because I'm looking forward to that. This Saturday we're going to be doing our live reactions.
Yeah.
That's the only show we're doing this Saturday, our live reactions.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. There's just a lot of wrestling going on
Hey
this
man,
Saturday.
New Japan Royal Quest should be killer show, and then of course Cardiff Takeover Cardiff is going to happen. That should be good too. I'll probably check them. I'll probably check some of them out. We'll probably recap them on Monday. But that's a lot of wrestling for a week.
That is a lot of wrestling.
They're trying to get us all. They're trying to get us all.
It's like 10 hours of wrestling.
They're trying to get us prepared for October when it's just nonstop.
Just wrestling all over the
every
place.
day, all day, 24 hours. Anyways, Stevie Bradley here with the super chat before we get into this CM Punk business. Says Tony Schiavone and JR calling All Out. Take my money. Sassafras and Klondike Bill's glass bottom boat rides all night long.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah, me neither. I was hoping you would.
No. I don't get it.
It sounds familiar.
It does kind of sound vaguely familiar. Let's talk one more. This is like an all elite podcast here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get used to that.
Oh, speaking of which, by the way, Tim Spulak
is
organizing the official Going In Raw Friendo meetup. This is going to be taking place at the All Out side party.
Yeah, that happens before All Out.
It's free for all ages.
I think it's 2 to 5.
2 p.m. to 5 p.m.?
I think so on Saturday.
All right. So that's going down. We will be retweeting any info Tim has on that. We will not be there.
No, we won't be there.
We are officially giving him our blessing and permission.
Yes, to represent.
Sanctioning it, I guess.
He has our proxy.
He's got our proxy. He does have our proxy.
He has our proxy.
He definitely has our proxy.
Yes.
So go meet Tim. He's not going to rob you or anything.
No.
This is not like a Craigslist thing gone bad.
Tim is just one of the best. Just one of the best dudes.
Oh, terrific.
He's just an awesome guy.
Yeah. So go meet him. He's great. Apparently he's going to get Fat Ass Masa some pizza.
Yeah.
I saw he had like an interaction with him.
Yeah, I saw that too.
He's going to get him some pizza. So Tim might get you some pizza too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's planned.
Yeah. Maybe he'll go
He
by.
said something about like FaceTiming me during the meetup.
Oh, that'd be
so
fun.
maybe we will be. Wait, this is Saturday. Depending on what time we're going to show up in the office, it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible for the tail end of the meetup, maybe.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
possible.
It's
We'll
possible.
FaceTime. Hi, everybody. Hi, Steven. It's all cutting out.
I know.
Uh,
My freezing.
uh,
Pause. Poor connection.
Buffering. So yeah, let's talk about the CM Punk. So he's not going to be at All Out.
All right, next
we
story.
knew that. We knew that.
But conference and then during all his StarCast press rounds, Someone asked him, of course, about CM Punk appearing at All Out.
Conrad podcast today.
Pretty much. This is what Conrad had to say. Transcripts again, courtesy of Fightful. Quote, "There's a lot of speculation out there. This was not a piggyback booking. I did not book CM Punk through AEW. He's not going to be at All Out. Anyone that has that expectation is probably going to be a little disappointed because that's not the way my booking happened. All that being said, I'm sure any wrestling company would love to have a conversation with him about joining their company, and that's not just specific to AEW or WWE." Conrad said this several times.
Does that then put Conrad on CM Punk's light profanity list, given that he mentioned him?
Well, I think he was asked about CM Punk, but I think
You're not allowed to do that.
Well, I mean, if someone asks you about me,
Yeah.
what do you say? No, I'm not going to answer the question because Larson might get mad?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't say that.
I'm not going to speak for him.
Well, he's not speaking for CM Punk. He's just reiterating the fact that his booking was not done in conjunction with AEW whatsoever.
Yes.
It was just a booking to get people to come to StarCast this year.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I would just say this. Look, he's his own man. It is what it is. And I'm like, well,
But he's not
can you
speaking for
clarify that?
CM Punk whatsoever.
Yeah, this could be misconstrued. I'm joking. So, yeah, because I'm sure he gets asked a lot. He's got it StarCast. Everybody still thinks that StarCast and AEW are like connected, which they like kind of are, but not apparently business-wise. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, apparently CM Punk not going to be at All Out.
Not a
or
surprise.
at least,
Not a shock.
At least not via Conrad Thompson.
Yeah. I would be pretty floored if
Provocateur auteur Conrad Thompson.
I'd be pretty floored if CM Punk showed up at All Out.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It'd make for a hell of
Somebody
a thumbnail,
has a
though.
really good idea here. Who
What?
said this? Somebody said we should get Popeyes for All Out.
That's a good idea.
That's a really good idea.
There was some good chicken tenders we had the other day because they were sold out of all the chicken sandwiches.
I know. For me, it's like chicken sandwich. Yeah.
But I have a feeling the chicken sandwiches are going to be in short supply for a while.
It can't be that. Dude, if we go this Friday, they have to be there, right?
I don't know, man.
Like, it doesn't take that much. Like, just order more.
Yeah.
Just get more to meet demand.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult. Why don't they just do that?
I don't know. I think I worry about quality suffering potentially then.
Do we have to get get on a waiting list?
Maybe. They're doing some sort of construction down there. Looked like they were doing something with the floor.
Kyle
downstairs.
Korath suggested that. Trying to give credit where credit's due over here.
Okay. All right. Let's do Raw preview now.
You ready to do Raw previews?
Let's
It's
do
like my
Raw
favorite part
preview.
of the week.
Well, not the week, but at least this episode, maybe. Can I go first?
Yes.
Good, because there's less words here.
Nice.
Ricochet faces Drew McIntyre in King of the Ring clash. 1 week after Ricochet's successful team up with The Miz against Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin, WWE's resident superhero goes one-on-one with the Savage Scotsman in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. The imposing McIntyre has a clear size advantage in this high-stakes matchup, but Ricochet is riding a wave of momentum following his tag team win this past Monday night. Will the high flyer get one step closer to officially becoming King Ricochet? Wow, on Monday night. Or will McIntyre crush those dreams with the Claymore kick? They said King Ricochet. So
Yeah.
he went by in the Indies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Ricochet's going over.
They should say officially becoming King. What was his name in
Prince Puma.
Prince Puma. Yeah, King Puma.
It can't be Puma King, so he has that name.
That's a good point. All right, next. The Miz squares off against.
You didn't say who you think is going to win that match. Oh, you said Drew earlier. You said Drew's
So
going to win the whole thing.
my entire pick is Drew. But if you look at like the brackets, and if they're gonna go heel face most of the way, like
Drew has to lose
next
today.
up he would have to go up against Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
And I just think that's gonna be a Ricochet thing. And on the other side of the brackets, on the SmackDown side of the brackets, I could see Andrade getting all the way through, and then it'd be Ricochet Andrade, which who wouldn't want that for a finals?
I know.
Boy, that'd be killer.
That would be killer.
That'd be killer. So I don't know. I kind of feel like it might end up being either King Ricochet or King Andrade. In which case, man, it might be King Andrade because
That's
he's a
pretty
dude.
cool.
Hey, they've had Ricochet with titles before.
Oh, I know.
Did Andrade ever have the U.S.?
He's never won a belt.
He never had a belt.
Nope.
Since NXT, huh? Mm-hmm. So yeah, that because it's going to be a proxy for a title. I feel that might be Andrade.
Could be.
Anyways,
Oh, my pick's already out of it. I picked Kevin Owens to win the whole thing.
yeah. I mean, my look.
He can still stun his way into the
if it's
finals
Ricochet or Andrade, then yeah, my pick is done. But my original pick was Drew. Sticking with that. But
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The Miz squares off against Baron Corbin in first round Ring King bout. Not long ago, Baron Corbin was the Constable of Raw, and he's looking to add King Baron to his list of monikers in the King of the Ring tournament. However, the first round of the tournament puts the Lone Wolf up against The Miz, who's no stranger to lofty descriptors himself. In addition to being WWE's A-lister, Miz is, like Corbin, a Money in Bank winner. But he's also a former WWE champ, a 2-time US champion, an 8-time Inner Ick champion, a 7-time tag team champion, and so did Corbin write this?
Probably.
And a soon-to-be 2-time father. Miz certainly has the experience and accolades to put Corbin away in King of the Ring, but the calculating Corbin is as ruthless as they come. He infamously retired WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. After all, will we soon witness the ascent of King Corbin?
I'm going to be King Corbin.
King Corbin?
Bayley takes on Nikki Cross following a Moment of Bliss interruption. SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley invaded a Moment of Bliss on SmackDown Live to knock Charlotte Flair off her pedestal and onto her backside. Following that interruption, Alexa Bliss's best friend and her fellow WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Nikki Cross aims for payback when she battles Bayley one-on-one on Raw. With the goddess in her corner, Cross looks to make a statement against Bayley in this non-title contest. Can Nikki score a moment of her own, or will the SmackDown Women's Champion build key momentum as she prepares to defend her title against Charlotte at WWE Clash of Champions?
Okay. Real quick, Packerman here in chat said, sorry, I just came in. They're not actually canceling any shows, are they? Please let me know. No, that was totally like clickbait. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyways, next. Can Sasha Banks' rampage be stopped? 1 week after returning and laying out an injured Natalya and Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks continued her rampage by once again targeting the Queen of Hearts and insulting Natalya's late father, WWE Hall of Famer Jim the Anvil Neidhart. The man made it clear in her interview on Raw that when she sees Banks again, she is going to give her, quote, something to go run home and cry about.
Wow.
However, that confrontation is yet to happen. Will anyone step up to the boss in New Orleans? Don't miss any of the action on Raw, live at 8/7 Central on the USA Network.
So that's not actually the last thing on here, though.
No, it's not.
I mean, it seemed like it was. Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman bring the Raw Tag Team titles to New Orleans.
Crap, where's SmackDown going to be from?
Tomorrow?
Tuesday.
I don't know.
They're in New Orleans now. They're not going to be in Lafayette again, are they?
Oh, maybe.
Remember that Lafayette
Yeah,
crowd?
it was not a good crowd that
Maybe
night.
the worst ever.
Although Braun Strowman clearly has his eyes locked on Seth Rollins' Universal Championship, the Monster Among Men and the Beast Slayer proved to be a strong team this past Monday night on Raw, conquering Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson to
Doc
become
Gallows.
Raw Tag Team Champions, despite the attempted intervention of United States Champion AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
What's next for this strange but successful pairing now that the OC, and how will the OC, respond to their defeat? Don't miss any of the action on Raw, live, 8/7 Central, USA Network and such.
Sean Lindsay here in chat suggests that he thinks SmackDown is in Baton Rouge.
Oh, yeah, I think that's right.
I think that was the better crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, maybe they're in Baton Rouge like on SmackDown the next night after being in Lafayette for Raw. And then it was like a better crowd.
I think so.
Hopefully that's the case. So let's see. Anything good? Yeah, Seth, that should be fun. Sasha Banks. I think Cultaholic says something like Sasha Banks is going to be in action tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I
I guess
don't
to
know.
tell you.
Is that what it said?
Yeah, I think that was the entry. Yeah. You read that.
The man made it clear in an interview that confrontation.
1 week after returning and laying out an injured Natalya.
No, it says, will anyone step to the boss?
Oh, yeah, they did announce it.
This just recaps what happened.
That's weird.
Already.
I swore that was actually in the recap. Weird. Okay. But yeah, Natalya. Let's do some questions, Steve. Jeffrey Nguyen, the reign of terror is over. He is very happy that Adam Mayhem is no longer H
Our
champion.
long international nightmare. Also, you know what? Credit to Adam Mayhem, though. All Simon Miller has to do is defend that title once in the UK, and it'll officially actually be a world title.
That's correct.
Adam Mayhem went all over the place defending that thing.
Yeah, he did.
So,
Got to thank him for that.
because how many? It has to be like
Three
continents,
territories, essentially.
territories. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I
So
think if
it
he
was
defended it in Canada,
Yeah.
it could have qualified too.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Right.
Anyways, the H title's on the precipice of being a legit world championship.
Yeah, dude.
It's amazing.
Yep.
Little Fettuccine 69, top 3 donut flavors. I feel like we entered this recently. For me, twist with sugar on it.
Yeah.
Cinnamon roll with the clear glaze.
Yeah.
The perfectly round ones. And then apple fritters.
So do you consider a cinnamon roll the same thing as a donut?
No, unless it's the ones I'm talking about, the ones that are round, that have the clear glaze on it. 'Cause I think those are actually deep fried as opposed to baked.
Okay. So I actually got donuts this weekend. I was very happy with
Sounds
myself.
good.
Yeah, it was great. All weekend just picking at it. 'Cause
Good, man.
I'm a fat bastard.
Cinnamon rolls are delicious unto their own. They're fantastic.
Those might be my favorite. Oh, they're so good.
It's a good cinnamon roll is hard to beat.
Yeah, no kidding.
My wife makes good cinnamon rolls, but she doesn't do it very often.
So I'm gonna go with I like the cake. I like the old-fashioned chocolate because I like to take off the edges and eat them. And then I like powdered donuts. Those are good. I like
You like the sprinkles?
I like custard filled also. And then I
Too
enjoy
much for me.
sprinkles. Custard, you can't have it all the time. It's same thing as like a Cinnabon. Those are delicious, but holy crap. It's like Five Guys, man. You can only eat that every once in a lifetime.
Yeah, once a year maybe.
Maybe.
Good once a year for that. Wayne Maker 2.0, the Wayne Maker says, "Band spanner ready. Everyone be excellent." He said that much earlier though.
Has everybody been excellent? I haven't noticed a lot of timeouts
cool.
or anything.
Everybody just be cool.
Just be cool.
Minion TM69, let's get that Epico gravy train rolling. Lol.
Hey, that dude's on his vacation.
He's on vacation in the
Leave him
Caribbean.
alone.
Have a great time, Epico.
Alex-
Sorry, go ahead.
Alex C says, Steve, did you Photoshop yourself to look younger in that thumbnail? No, everything looks better in black and white. Everything just looks better in black and white.
Jay Sean Lawrence, Simon Miller gets a golden up from this friendo for winning that H title.
Wrestling General Elias. All right, so keep this to like 30 seconds or less. How did you enjoy the draft? How did you feel you're successful in your various football drafts? Your fantasy
The
football
friendo
drafts?
one I did. Here's the thing. I had two drafts going on yesterday at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
I had my in-person draft.
Bad seasons then. Bad season
Yeah,
for
no.
you.
My in-person draft for my money league.
Yeah.
While I'm doing the one that the draft yesterday, and so I was kind of distracted, and I had a terrible draft position in the friendo one, but I think I did all right. I didn't check to see what my grade was from NFL.com and do that once the show is over.
Should have just see, here's the thing. You're in a money league. 99% of your effort needs to be there because that's also like a legacy one, right? Isn't that?
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
carries over and everything.
Yeah.
You need to put all your efforts there, and then just let that stupid friendo one auto draft.
You know, it's pretty funny.
You'll end up with like a B minus anyways.
Because like that's kind of what I was doing. Cause
Okay.
When I wasn't drafting, I wasn't paying attention to it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Until I get the notification. Notification is a sound clip of Roger Goodell saying, "You are on the clock."
That's awesome.
So whenever I heard that, I would just pay attention, see who was available real quick, and just make my pick and then move on.
Do you think that maybe the NBA fantasy draft one, could I set it up so there's an alert from David Stern, not Adam Silver, from David Stern saying, Steve here, you're now on the clock.
Well, it didn't say your name. It didn't say my name. It just said your team is now on the clock.
I have to call up. Does David Stern do cameos?
I highly doubt it.
Whenever I get a text message, I want to hear David Stern say, Steve here, you're on the clock.
Okay.
And I hope you have a happy birthday.
There you go. Gustavo Gama says, does this mean Larson will have to work as a cam girl now? Where can I sub? Since the show is canceled, apparently.
He spent money asking that.
I know.
What the heck?
Nick C. Simon Miller winning the title better than Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30?
Wow, that's huge. But,
I mean, that was a question. It wasn't a declarative statement, Steve.
Well, I would put all my money behind that one. Let's see here. Oh, wait a second. Oh, Jimmy Thomas says the Royal Quest is not airing live. It's VOD.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's not on New Japan World. Live.
What the heck?
I know, it's weird.
That's weird. New Japan does some crazy stuff, man. Did Super J Cup rep?
Mm-hmm.
Who won?
LP.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Nice. Good for him. Was that your call? Did you call him?
I don't remember. Yeah, sure. I'll say yeah.
Good job. Well done. Let's see here. Snake Sosa. In kayfabe, how do referees get paid with the 24/7 title? Is it just plain overtime pay or pay per fall?
Maybe the person who you're more or less employing that ref when you say, hey, come with me.
Yeah.
So after the pinfall, win or lose, you got to dole out, I don't know, $40, $50, something like that.
You see that Fox Sports 1 host won it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw that. It was pretty funny. They all did that all in one take. It was very impressive.
It's pretty good.
It was a very extended take there.
Russell Dude asks, early predictions for Simon Miller's first title defense opponent.
Man, we have got to talk to that guy and
Yes.
see what he wants to do, what we have lined up, what we want to do. Mm-hmm. There's a lot to discuss. This is a big deal. It's a
I
big
think first
name.
things first is getting the title defense in the United Kingdom, make it an official world title.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I think that's first and foremost.
He's been in a lot of different promotions lately. And I hope maybe some of them would love to have a little bit of push from us. Mm-hmm. You know, hey, we'll give you some shine, and I think that'd be good.
Yeah,
Maybe maybe a promotion will bring us out
that'd be something else.
to go do something.
That'd be fun.
Probably not.
Wayne Maker, best and worst spear and super kick in all of wrestling. He had some more, but I'm not going to bother reading it.
Somebody had a really good spear later. Who was it? Somebody had a really good spear. Was it on a takeover?
Yeah, I remember.
Was it Io or Candace? Did one of them have a good spear or something?
I don't recall.
Somebody had a really good
I'm going to
spear.
say Big E's spear when he spears someone off the apron through the rope.
That's good. I'm going to say Moose.
That's great.
Moose.
Oh, Moose. Good answer. Best super kick.
The best super kick.
Who has the most devastating looking super kick?
Haku circa 1987.
That probably
or
legit
8.
connected too.
89. That was 89. Yeah, I watched that Haku Harley race match from Mania 3.
No, it was-
Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble 90, I think, or 89.
89. That was stiff.
CEO Bizor, loving the show, fellas. Simon Miller is going in Raw confirmed. He is our champion now. Tom talks rubbish. Congratulations to Simon Miller, best champ ever.
Yeah, man, absolutely. It's going to be difficult to think of somebody better than him.
Yep.
Juan, this is great. Juan Guerrero Jr., Mr. Triple Mania. Follow up to my question from last week. Cast Oh Brother, Where Art Thou with only luchadors from AAA.
Well, Dr. Wagner Jr. would be George Clooney's character.
Okay, and then Blue Demon Jr. would be the guy with the monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was also George's boss. Remember?
Yeah.
That was good.
What about John Turturro?
Sort of a antsy, skittish, very defensive. That's my next of kin. You stole that from my kid. I don't know, man. And then Aerostar could be Tim.
Tim Blake Nelson.
Tim Blake Nelson.
Yeah.
Jova had my teeth pulled last Friday and got dentures. Best thing to watch while I'm home recovering. Oh, man. Ouch.
Survivor Series 98.
Hopefully it wasn't a marathon man type situation. Yeah, Survivor Series 98. It's good. And then Triple Mania from any year.
Yes. Dragon Reborn says Young Lion Cup. Oh, that's cool. LA Dojo versus New Japan Dojo. That's cool.
Is that confirmed? Is that actually happening?
Yeah, that's cool.
Lord Ziffer, what is a realistic big thing that can happen on the first episode of NXT on USA?
Roderick Strong winning the North American title.
Oh, that's a big deal. That's a pretty big deal.
Draped in gold.
That's good. Okay, Blake Elizondo. You guys get on the WWE Podcast Network and must make new podcasts with WWE personalities and style of something to wrestle. Who do you pick, and what's the pun title?
Well, it'd be Gallows and Anderson, right?
Well, I would go with Samoa Joe.
Oh, okay.
But I'd call it Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe.
Yeah, and I get it.
Or no, it'd be some more of Joe.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Come up with something better then.
I don't know if I can.
Some more of Joe.
Some more of Joe. You stop it, Carlos.
Oh, thank you, Austin. The takeover spear was Dawkins. That's right.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a killer
really good.
spear.
How would you guys book Finn joining the OC when he returns from vacation? You see, Finn might have gotten married.
I saw that. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, congratulations.
I know. Congratulations, Finn Balor. So book him in the OC. They're beating up on Ricochet again. He comes out to make the save, but instead turns on Ricochet. All two sweets.
Yeah.
They become the Buzzkills.
Greg Morris, could a Nexus-style invasion with NXT stars work? They invade Raw and this time maybe get over? They would just have to win at the end. They'd have to win the feud.
Yeah.
What is that there? Is that a new match for All Out announced?
New match, All Out, confirmed.
Is that Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus?
Versus SCU.
Oh, that could be fun.
I'm so bummed out that we're not going to get to go to the Joey Janela after party because we had the SCU. That's like my lasting memory now of SCU. Is that cheesy?
You know, Tone Loke's performing it.
I know. What the heck? And we had like some cheesy 80.
It was LA Guns.
It was LA Guns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheesy 80s hair metal. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was never really, even back then, never really into LA Guns.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We've seen Tone Loke before though. Went to that concert at the. Did you come with us when Vanilla Ice performed?
Tone Loke was there?
Yeah, Tone Loke was there.
Well, that's cool. There was a lot of people there.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Tone Loke was awesome though.
Well, he's great. Anthony Sumi. Oh, this is a good question. What can Anthony Sumi or Sumi? What can AEW do to build up some hot heat for the Pac versus Omega match with so little time and no TV? Well, they can produce the road to all. I think they did like a reaction type thing in the latest Being the Elite, or maybe it was Road to All Out
with Kenny. They teased it on Twitter, I guess, like he was given in real time the news that Mox had to pull out.
Yeah,
there's a little teaser for Being the Elite. I haven't watched it when they were supposed to announce the next city.
Oh, for their TV stuff.
Yeah, for early November.
That's cool. Yeah, so they've got Road to All Out, so they can have Pac cut a promo. I mean, there's not a lot they can do, but dude, just put an iPhone in front of Pac and have him get all close to it, and you're good to go.
Say how miserable he is.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, man. That's one of those matches. It just sells itself.
I know.
When you see it, it's like, oh my god,
that's dream match territory.
That's
people just want to see it.
That's gonna be terrific. Oh, we lost stream for a second.
Yeah, we did. It's back up though.
Okay, cool. Right on.
Oh, let's see. Announced. Where is it? North Carolina, Charlotte.
Joe Juarez broke it here in chat.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North
Definitely
Carolina.
Focusing on the East Coast this first go around.
We're staying close to home. We're staying close to home.
The Young Bucks live in California.
Yeah, but the AEW is based out of
Jacksonville. Yeah,
based out of Jacksonville.
I know.
All right then.
I guess Cody lives in Atlanta.
I mean, they might be the CEOs, but come on now, Tony Khan. Where does he live? Probably Jacksonville.
Probably
right?
Jacksonville.
Okay
yeah.
then. That's home base.
Yeah,
that's home base.
Technically, it is. I guess
that's home base.
The address of their business, I think, according to the filings, was in Jacksonville. Yes, in fact, I think at the football stadium there.
Right, their offices, I assume, not the 50-yard line. Let's see here. Eddie Diltz. There's been a lot of discussion on the damage that could be caused by NXT being up to 2 hours. Who is someone who might benefit from the increase in opportunities? I mean, pretty much anybody in that breakout tournament.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they're just going to be fed to Shane Thorne right now, apparently.
Yeah. So Shane Thorne. Let's say
Shane Thorne. Yeah.
Shane Thorne.
Yeah, totally.
Tom Talks Rubbish wants to know the best Shawn Michaels match.
Him versus Hogan at SummerSlam.
Either as Taker WrestleMania matches or against Mankind at Mind Games.
Yeah, those are all
that match is great.
Those are all the right answers.
That match is awesome.
Steven Hansen, with NXT no longer being developmental, will we get FCW back or some other type of promotion? Let me ask you this, and it's purely like a superficial thing.
All right.
Would you prefer WWE put a version of NXT that focuses on developmental, or start up like a new FCW, a new thing that's the exact same thing, functions the exact same manner?
I want NXT.
So you want it to be called NXT.
Yeah.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I like the idea that one of our friendos had, NXT Breakout.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's great branding right there.
Yeah.
And it's all developmental stuff.
NXT.
And then eventually NXT Breakout ends up on Fox Sports 1.
And then they just buy Evolve outright and just air that in the network all the time.
And then turn that to NXT Breakout NXT.
Yeah.
NXT Breakout NXT.
Yeah.
Josh, outside of CM Punk, who would be the hottest free agent signing for AEW?
Is there anybody else?
Everybody's in either Impact or Ring
Unless
of
they
Honor.
manage to sign like Okada or something.
Yeah.
Someone from New Japan.
They're like no real free agents. Like you have to go, I'm not going to say deep, but there's no like huge names that are just waiting to get signed. Everybody got snapped up. Simon Miller.
There you go.
That's the biggest name.
Yeah.
Cal Jack. That's the biggest name.
What you got there?
Justin Wern says, with Simon Miller being the new Hates champion, how would you redesign the belt? Well, once it gets world title status, we're going to really have to sit down and think about getting a new title out there.
We are.
Bringing the H title home, put it in a proper display case, and then sending him out.
A couple of names from the previous question. Sonata, he's a free agent. Lance Archer. Lance Archer's great.
Is he available?
I don't know, maybe. Yashuzvi, hypothetically, who are 3 guys you want to see Ciampa go against on the main roster? Ciampa. Daniel Bryan. Ricochet.
I want to see him go against Andrade.
And Andrade. There you go.
Because Aleister Black was the guy between them with the NXT title, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
LAX. LAX are free agents. That's right. LAX.
Oh, LAX. That's the right answer.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
And we might actually see that on Saturday.
I
That
know.
would not surprise me at all.
No.
They're a big deal.
They're a huge deal.
Wow, look at that. There they are.
They can come out and
Bob
interfere
Hope.
in that ladder match and set up a feud between them and the Young Bucks.
Bob Hope Airport's here. Wow. Great to see them. Burbank Airport's here. That's Bob Hope, isn't it? That's Bob
Yeah,
Hope
yeah.
Airport. Man, they're
Ontario
huge.
International Airport.
Wow, look at them.
Serves the Inland Empire.
They're serving up some super kicks like
Like Ontario International Airport serves in the Empire, San Bernardino.
Tony.
Rancho Cucamonga.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite airplane? I prefer the big jumbo.
I mean, a 737, JR.
I'll even go with his 747. You're going over the ocean, maybe you want a 767. I know one flight I don't want to take. That's on that Max. That's that Max jet. Yeah, I'll go straight in the ground. Anyways,
that's good.
I would not want to be on one of those planes, man. I would be freaking out the whole time. They're looking to get those back up in the air soon too. I think like as early as September. I think. I don't want to be in that first one.
No.
I'll tell you what, good old JR, he likes to land on terra firma, safe and sound.
Yep. With you there, JR.
Anyways, once we get into this amount of ridiculousness, it's time to end the show.
Yes.
What do we got coming up for Overrun today?
I don't
Any
know.
non-news out there in the world?
I'm sure there's plenty, but I
some of
have
that
to find
some
it.
of that podcasts are dead. That's non-news right there. Oh, perfect. NWA announces
That's it.
location and ticket info for Atlanta TV taping.
That's it.
Can we go to that, please?
When is it?
I want to go to an NWA taping in a little small studio location.
That'd be fun. That would be fun.
That sounds like a blast.
Oh, there's
Eli Drake in action.
Billy Corgan right there.
Is Allison Kay still their women's champ?
Maybe. I don't know.
That'd be terrific. Man.
Well, we'll talk about it in non-news.
All right.
Dates and such.
Anyways, so thanks everybody for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.